What up, Laker Nation? Welcome to the halftime report, man. Super hyped. It was a mighty IT show at the half, guys. This kid was balling out. Defensively, we got to tighten it up. Definitely got to step it up defensively, but not just IT. Everybody has to step it up defensively, man. I feel like we're just gambling too much, but man. All right, we got the MVP candidate of Isaiah Thomas, man. I'm telling you guys, he has a chip on his shoulder, this guy. And he came out stroking it, man. I told you guys he was going to come out to prove something, man. Perfect trade. I feel like it's going to propel us to the playoffs, right? Because this guy is really, really good. If we get this, if we get this version of Isaiah Thomas, and I told you guys this, if we get it, man, oh, my goodness. You know, thank the Lord. I'm telling you guys, we're making the playoffs, man. But defensively, we have to improve. Very, very excited, man, for the start. I would like to see Channing Frye out there stretching the floor a little bit more for us. Getting some minutes here and there. But, man, you got to be hyped, guys. We're going to be an offensive juggernaut. I told you guys, if he buys into his role, comes off the bench, and he plays with this kind of chip on his shoulder, Isaiah Thomas is special. He's like a poor man's Chris Paul. He can get hot really quick. He can play make. He has 16 points, 4 assists. The kid is hooping, man. Why can't we just... Oh, my goodness. I'm telling you guys, Magic is a genius. And this was a trade. This was a trade I was calling for a while back. I said, if we can get Isaiah Thomas with that first-round pick, I'm willing to give up Clarkson. And look at it, man. Yo, look at it. Whoa. Yeah. Crazy, right? Isaiah Thomas playing like a star right now. 16 points on 4 for 7 beyond the arc. All right, he turned the ball over a little bit. But that's okay because, like I said, he's still not at 100%. Imagine if he gets to 100%, guys. Isaiah Thomas is going to have this team competing for a playoff seed down the stretch. He is unbelievable. Like I said, he reminds me of a poor man's Chris Paul because Chris Paul's a good defender, so I can't really compare him to him. However, offensively, he's right there with Chris Paul in his prime, man. Absolutely love this kid. What a trade. I couldn't be happier for him. I hope he continues playing like this. We need his aggression off the bench. And unfortunately, Josh Hart got in foul trouble and so did KCP. But they have to stop. They have to stop gambling. But yes, be happy, Laker Nation. Celebrate. We got such a fun player to watch who's going to propel us, I believe, into the playoffs. If he's playing like this, man, you guys have to be happy. And just like I mentioned, man, I told you guys he's a hooper. Everybody was crapping on the trade, talking about they don't want Isaiah Thomas, cut him, this and that. No, this is the type of player he can be. I'm not guaranteed he's going to be like this every single game. However, this is his capability. And he has, like I mentioned in the pregame, he has a chip on his shoulder, all right? This kid, he's playing for a contract and he's playing for his future in the NBA. And he can absolutely put the ball in the basket, man. Like I said, he's our Lou Williams off the bench, except he can actually play make, so even better, right? 4 assists? Man. But yeah, this was a heck of a trade. Again, this is why I was so happy, guys. I knew Magic did something special here with what he flipped. I mean, we basically fleeced the Cavs. I was not sold that Isaiah Thomas was the problem in Cleveland. If you guys always notice, there always seems to be a problem in Cleveland, and it always involves LeBron James. However, LeBron never takes the bulk of the blame. I think as a leader, you have to take the bulk of the blame, just like you take the bulk of the praise. Same thing happened with Kyrie Irving, right? Kyrie, every time they lost, Kyrie was always interviewed talking about what went wrong. But however, how they won, all the reporters would go to LeBron. So this is why I think LeBron James brings a lot of drama with him. However, if he wants to be a Laker, again, I'm all for it. But Isaiah Thomas, guys, got to be happy for him. Hopefully he continues balling out like this. If he drops a 30-point game, first game with the Lakers, my goodness. Can you imagine the headlines? So you gotta love it, man. I told you guys it was gonna be dope. Randall's hooping too. I thought Brandon Ingram was hooping, but defensively they both have to step it up because sometimes they gamble and we're giving up wide open layups and stuff. By the way, I feel like KCP and Brook Lopez definitely got to step up their game, man. But very happy with what I'm seeing here with Isaiah Thomas. This is exactly what I expected from him. I didn't expect it this soon, this early on. But you gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. He's really, really good. I mean, like I said, he's showing the shades of how he was with Boston. Again, this is not even, he's still at 75%, but if he continues to improve, all right, those drives where he got to the basket and he got fouled a couple of times, but where he lost the ball, those are buckets for him on the regular. I'm telling you, man. He's coming off of a bad hip injury, but, man, he has a lot of heart, and I absolutely love what he's doing for this team. 16 points, 4 assists. He is an upgrade from Jordan Clarkson, big time. And we got a draft pick out of this, plus we clearing cap space. Gotta be happy. So yeah, guys, that's my recap for the first half. Definitely got to stop the 3-point shot, man. I told you guys, Wesley Matthews always kills us. So we got to make sure we put a body on him and stop gambling. You know, don't go under the screens on him. That man can shoot. Brook Lopez is getting killed tonight. He's not playing at all. He needs to get his head in the game. He keeps getting beat on backdoor alley-oop screen dunks, and he's really not doing nothing offensively for us inside. So, but still, man, absolutely love what Isaiah Thomas is doing. I can't wait to see what he has for the second half. Man, this guy's a shooter, man. He could pull up on a dime. I absolutely love that, man. Absolutely love it. So we haven't had a player like this, and I said it before the pregame. I said it before the pregame. We haven't had a point guard like this probably ever. You know, Derek Fisher was probably our other point guard that could pull up on a dime like that, but not off the dribble, man. I'm telling you, you got to be happy, and it's exciting. So let's see what happens in the second half. Definitely got to put the clamps on Wesley Matthews. We got to stop JJ Barea, who continues to kill us off of pick and rolls, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Derek Fisher was nice. Yeah, he was nice. But I think Isaiah Thomas on a different level. Like I said, poor man's Chris Paul minus the defense. And rich man's Chris Paul if you talk about the scoring, because Isaiah Thomas, in my opinion, is right up there with him. So, scoring-wise. Fisher was a role player, exactly. Dan, the Lakers are doing fine, but there are a few things I noticed. One, Josh Hart looks a little discouraged and is not involved with the offense. And two, the pace isn't fast as before with it at point. Actually, I thought the pace picked up with it at point a lot better than when Josh Hart and Brandon Ingram, they were slowing it down too much. Matter of fact, they tweeted they got to speed up the pace. When Isaiah Thomas came in, they got a lot of transition buckets. Again, Isaiah got in the lane, did what he does, you know, penetrated, drove, dished, and he hit his wide open shot. So I have no gripes at all with the way Isaiah played. However, defensively, everybody got to step it up. KCP continues to gamble, and, you know, his guy gets away and scores. So I don't like this gambling defense by KCP all the time. Once in a while, it's okay to probe. However, like I said, man, these two guys we traded for are going to improve our shooting. We already have 9 3-pointers. All right, and part of that is because Brandon Ingram has been shooting a lot better. You know, Lopez has been shooting a little bit better. And we continue to improve our shooting. By the way, free throws, we added 2 guys that are good free throw shooters, so I'm happy about that. It's infectious. The team's going to start shooting better free throws. Man, you got to be excited. Yeah, you know what? Isaiah Thomas does have that Mamba mentality. If you guys remember that Mighty It video Kobe made for him in the playoffs, man. Amazing, amazing. Dan, do you think if we don't pick up a second max contract, we get Isaiah Thomas has big money for 1-year pickup, be free agent in the upcoming year? Yeah, exactly. Isaiah can be a placeholder, especially if he's hooping like this. We might bring him back on a 1-year deal, but we're going to go for those 2 max contracts regardless. And if we get 2 max contracts, I will still consider bringing him off the bench and giving him the mini mid-level exception, which is like about $8 million. Dtlf, Luke must have figured out how to cover its low defense like in the Celtics. Exactly. We have plenty. By the way, Isaiah Thomas is not the only defensive deficiency we have. Brook Lopez is a big defensive deficiency. And sometimes guys, you know, fall asleep. So they got to play defense as a team. As a team. Dan, if Isaiah plays the way he is tonight and we get Lonzo back, we might make the playoffs. I agree, man. Like I said, when we made this trade, I said, now if Isaiah Thomas brings his A game, we're going to have a good chance at the playoffs. Our defense was sucking regardless, even before we subbed in Isaiah Thomas, so don't scapegoat. A matter of fact, Isaiah Thomas, yes, he did mess up a couple of defensive assignments, but he still needs to learn the schemes, and so did everybody else, so I'm not even worried about that. If we can talk Isaiah to come off the bench, he can be our Manu Ginobili. What do you think? Yeah, man. Isaiah has a world of potential, man, and he's still not healthy. That's the scary part. He can do this when he's not healthy. Imagine when he gets 100%. I didn't expect him to come out firing like this. I did know that eventually he's going to have that chip on his shoulders playing for the team he loves. You know, this is a perfect trade for Isaiah, honestly. He's going to hit the reset button. Like he said, this team reminds him a lot of the Celtics team he balled out on last year. So that's exactly what we are, a young, up-and-coming team. And it's going to be fun, man. And you know what? I got to commend Walton for incorporating Isaiah right away. knowing, you know, that he's very talented, very gifted. You got to be hyped for that, you know. But at the end of the day, he also needs to play some big bodies down low, because if Brook Lopez is not cutting it, we don't want to go too small. They keep alley-ooping us with Dwight Powell, and they just, you know. So we got to make sure that we play good defense in the second half, hopefully. But, man, I'm excited. You got to be happy. Isaiah Thomas is a perfect sixth man. I've been telling you guys, if he buys into the role, we're going to be a dangerous team. You know, other guys need to step it up in the starting lineup. Brandon Ingram and Julius Randle are playing good. We need everybody else to step it up. Yeah, Walton did a good job with how he's playing it. Yeah, for reals. Dan, I believe it just might improve Lonzo's shooting. What do you think? I don't really think about that. I mean, that's extra. You know, I'm not worried about it coming in and mentoring the young guys, because at the end of the day, he could just be here for 28 games. However, I am happy that we got an offensive weapon like that to come off our bench to go along with Kuzma and potentially even Josh Hart if he goes back to the bench, knowing Luke most likely he will. So we're going to have a sick bench. Our starters are going to be clicking when Lonzo comes back. Whew. Super hype. How about Fry? Yeah, that's the thing that excites me the most, is that we still have Channing Fry. He's a weapon as well. I mean, he can stretch the floor for you. And he's solid. He's a solid defender. He's not the best defender, but he'll hold up. So you gotta be happy, guys, for our potential here. By the way, Marco Bellinelli's in the market. If we can somehow pull him out, then I'll be even happier, because that's gonna make us even more beastly offensively. But we needed improved 3-point shooting, and by adding these two guys, as you can see, we already look like a much better 3-point shooting team. So very happy. How do you feel after halftime? Man, I'm excited. I just need us to clamp down on defense, because this is a dangerous game. They came out shooting. You know they're going to cool down, and we have better bench than them. So we have to take advantage of those things. However, I'm excited, guys. I couldn't have been more happier for Isaiah Thomas. Big fan of the guy. You know, I liked him even when he was with Boston, but I couldn't cheer for him then because he was with Boston. But I just love the fact that he came home and he has a chance to play here for us, show out. However, we got to step it up defensively as a team that we pull out this victory, because they're going toe-to-toe with us, you know, and we're making a couple of mistakes here and there, and they're just getting wide open easy stuff. I mean, when Dirk is dunking on you, that's a problem. However, you know, you got to be encouraged by what we saw, man. First game, Isaiah Thomas, 16 points, 4 assists. It's no joke off the bench, nonetheless. So, yes, very happy. You know, I bowed down to Rob and Magic. They did their thing just like we knew they would, but very happy. Everybody in the media is not quiet. They're going to be even quieter by the time we make the playoffs. So keep it locked, guys. Looks like the second half's about to start. I'm about to tune in and watch the show. Enjoy the game. Hopefully we get this dub. Let's go. Let's see what Isaiah got for us in store second half. So keep it locked. I got you guys on post game. Peace.